Welcome to Straightforward Connection with Tommy. This video is on your NXT, Ring of Honor, AEW Dark, AEW Dynamite, NXT, I think I already said that, MLW Fusion, Inspire Pro. I don't think I got that link for this week. For March the 4th episode this week, Cody Rhodes showed off a new Nightmare family tattoo on his neck at AEW Revolution in Chicago. And it can be found at this link. It wasn't entirely clear if it was real or not until AEW showed photos of Cody getting the tattoo put on. The tattoo didn't bring Cody luck, though he did come out short against MJF in their big grudge match at the pay-per-view. Near the end of the bout, MJF popped Cody with the AEW Diamond ring for the pinfall victory. Ring of Honor episode 440 can be found on this link. Vice officially announced today that their popular pro wrestling series, Dark Side of the Ring, will premiere on Tuesday, March 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the network. And you can see a new season trailer at this link. The 2-hour season premiere will focus on the Chris Benoit tragedy, featuring interviews with Benoit's family and friends, including his other son, David Benoit, and Nancy Benoit's sister, Sandra Topolini. The show, which was Vice TV's most watched show in history during the first season, will air each Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. AEW star Chris Jericho will be the narrator. There will be a new show premiering each week at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 10 p.m. Central, after Dark Side of the Ring with Chris Gethard hosting a rotating panel of guests from the worlds of pro wrestling and entertainment. The first season of Dark Side of the Ring was a massive hit, said Morgan Hertzson, Executive Vice President and General Manager of Vice Television. In a press release, these powerful stories transcend wrestling fandom and resonate with both fans of the sport and newcomers who were captivated by the incredible storytelling. We rise to the challenge and do not shy away from the truth. I am proud and excited to continue telling these courageous stories in Season 2. As lifelong fans, we have always been fascinated by the behind-the-scenes human stories of the world of professional wrestling. Executive producers Evan Hunsley and Jason Eisner. For our second season, we're going even deeper into the secretive past. Many wrestlers and family members we interviewed, we have never spoken about before. Our series seeks to help bring closure to their stories. The following topics were confirmed for Season 2. The Benoit tragedy, murder of Dino Bravo, brawl for all leading to career-ending injuries, the career of New Jack, David Schultz, a run-in with the 2020 reporter, the death of Nancy Argentino, the story of WWE Hall of Famers, the Road Warriors, Herb Abrams' attempt to build a wrestling empire, Owen Hart's death. He died from the courageous fall from the slide for life, coming into the ring, just like Sting used to do. MLW Fusion can be found at this link for this week. It aired on February 29th, leap year. Dark Order picked up a victory over SCU at AEW Revolution on Saturday night. After the match, the Dark Order attacked SCU when Colt Cabana made a surprise appearance in his AEW debut. Cabana was eventually overwhelmed by the odds and was beaten down. Christopher Daniels came out wearing a hood, Undertaker style, teasing that he was yet to be revealed leader of the group. The Exalted One, however, he joined SCU and Cabana to clear the ring of the Dark Order. AEW President Tony Khan confirmed at the post-event press conference that Cabana is now signed with AEW to work behind the scenes, although he could wrestle and do commentary both. With Daniels apparently out of the running as the Exalted One, Khan discussed the Dark Order and where the group is headed. We're going to see that the Dark Order is a real premier evil corporation, Khan said. It's one of the big evil corporations. It's not the only evil corporation, but it's definitely going to be a good, powerful one. Of course, you got the Inner Circle. That's the most powerful circle running it. Matt Hardy has been rumored to be the leader of the Dark Order, and his WWE contract expired on Sunday. Wrestling Inc. managing editor Nick Hausman asked Khan about Hardy's recent social media teases regarding AEW. However, Khan was quick to move on to another topic. I can't comment on what he's doing, Khan said of Hardy. He's great, but I can't comment on that. On a related note, as soon as Hardy's contract with WWE expired, Evil Uno of Dark Order tweeted, "He's near." Then you can check out other tweets here as well. At Evil Uno, he's here. Hashtag join Dark Order. February 28th, Ring of Honor Bound by Honor went down in Nashville, Tennessee, where Ring of Honor World Champion PCO retained against Dragon Lee in the main event. And the World Champion Nick Aldis joined commentary for the bout and got into the ring after the match, punching PCO as the show ended. Here's your full results. Martin Skull defeated Bandito and Slex. Joe Hendry and Dalton Castle defeated PJ Black and Brian Johnson, Vincent and Bateman, and Tracy Williams and Mark Haskins. Nicole Savoy defeated Angelina Love with Mandy Leon. Flip Gordon and Brody King defeated Rush and King by DQ. LSG versus Eli Isom went to a no contest as Bully Ray interfered. Bully Ray defeated Eli Isom. Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham defeated Josh Woods and Silas Young for your Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. Alex Shelley defeated Ray Horace, so he's no longer with NXT. The Briscoes defeated Jeff Cobb and Dan Math. PCO defeated Dragon Lee for your Ring of Honor World Championship. Retained. Also on leap year, Ring of Honor Gateway to Honor was in St. Charles at the Family Arena. In the main event, Rush defeated PCO and Mark Haskins to become the new Ring of Honor World Champion. Here's the results. Also, there's a link here as Rush defeated PCO and Mark Haskins in a triple threat to become your new Ring of Honor World Championship title. Dragon Lee, the champion, defeated Dak Draper for the World TV Championship. Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal defeated Ray Horace and Bandito. Proving ground match. Dalton Castle defeated Kenny King, Jeff Cobb, and Tracy Williams. Villain Enterprises, Martin Skull, Brody King, and Fred Gordon defeated Slex and the Briscoes. Vincent and Bateman defeated two guys, one tag, Silas Young and Josh Woods. Dan Math defeated Alex Shelley. Angelina Love defeated Session Moth Martina. AEW Dark video and results from this week, which was last week's spoiler, can be found in this league. Episode number 22. Conan is one of the backstage voices at MLW, which had been a departure with MJF, leaving earlier the year. MJF's void in the Dynasty has been filled by Gino Medina, and Conan discussed Medina's prospects when he joined the Wrestling Inc. Daily with an interview. He's got so much potential from his height to his look. His dad was a wrestler who actually wrestled with me and the Gringos Locos when it was me, Love Machine, and Eddie Guerrero, stated Conan before noting his means the bloodlust one. To me, Gino has everything it takes to make it to the next level. Court's gonna have gonna have him a lot. The vets are gonna help him, and I'm backstage and I'm gonna help him a lot. But potential is nothing if you don't do anything with it. So it's up to him to go in there, get as much experience as he can, and watch as much tape as he can. But it's up to him to go to the next level. Court's done a good job, whether it's been Hammerstone or MJF, in finding these guys that not too many people know about and really taking them to the next level. Medina is a nominal replacement for MJF in the Dynasty, but it's hard to fill the boots of someone who as talented as MJF. Conan talks about Medina trying to fill that void. It's pretty hard to beat MJF because he is one of a kind. He just has to beat Gino Medina and do him, said Conan. He's got a natural swag to him, and it's kind of an unlikable guy. He is in the group that is over, and he's going to get all the help he needs to backstage, whether from me, Savio Vega, or Court. He's in good hands right now. You can't beat MJF, but you can beat Gino Medina. He brings his own swag to the game. MLW has a working partnership with AAA, but Conan discussed some of the big difficulties that the two promotions have had at times. It's good. It's been a relationship that it's kind of hard sometimes to do business in Mexico because we're such a big company that's growing and Court likes stuff to be done yesterday, stated Conan. They're very well. We'll get to it when we get to it. We're going to have a show in Tijuana on March 15th, where it will be the AAA stars versus MLW stars. What's really cool is that there's a lot of wrestlers that don't have visas that can't come to the United States, but you'll be able to see them because we're working in Mexico. You'll see a lot of the real good talent that come to the United States. Yet, that's a real good relationship that we're fostering right now. Not only does AAA have a relationship with MLW, but they also have a partnership with AEW. Conan was asked if AAA could possibly be a neutral ground between AEW and MLW. That would be good because I know AEW has a good working relationship with MLW. We've seen that with MJF and some others. We obviously have an excellent working relationship with AEW, MLW, and Impact, said Conan before noting most promotions don't work together. I will prove that when I get my promotion going because I will contact the others and get one going. It can only start with a trial. One try. If it works out mutual for both companies. It's unfortunate, but I will say this. I think it's better for everyone to work with each other. But a lot of times there are unnecessary politics and a little bit of ego. He then talked about, at one point, AAA and CMLL were at it and almost resulted in actual fights. Conan said that they should all be working together to present matches to fans that they have never seen before. Dream matches. I'll leave it at that. Something that you would never see. Kind of like Undertaker versus Sting in other companies. Look at what Ring of Honor is doing with it in NWA. Aldis and Marty Scurll. Those are the only two things that they're using right now. Right? And Flip Gordon, you don't have to have a whole invasion, said Conan. People go, well, how many do we need, or what do they bring to the table? It's like you just can't have their champion come to our company and face our champion. It doesn't have to be 50 guys, but let's have everybody work together. He then mentioned musicians collaborating between labels has always worked well, noting his relationship with Daddy Yankee and how he tells them that to keep the business alive, it's better to work with others. Conan can be seen every Saturday night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, as part of the MLW BN Sports. For information about upcoming MLW shows, and tickets, please visit MLW.com. His full interview with Wrestling Inc. You can find this link as part of this episode in my video, as well as their podcast, Wrestling Inc. Daily. Subscribe to get the latest episodes as soon as it's released on Monday through Friday afternoons. Go to that link and subscribe yourself. The Young Bucks get a call from Matt Hardy in the newest episode, Being Elite, episode number 193 at this link. AEW stars Tully Blanchard and Shawn Spears have issued a call to arms as they search for the perfect tag team partner for Spears. So this is where you send in your videos at this link. Spears and Blanchard released the video at the link to call on fans and pro wrestlers to send them 30-second videos on why they would be best partners for Spears. If you don't remember, he's Ty Dillinger, the perfect 10 from WWE NXT. Spears called it a life-changing opportunity to join he and Tully. Tully said that they've been looking for a new partner for Spears, and now they plan to go out and find the world's perfect tag team partner, just like he did in 1984 when he found the world's perfect woman and baby doll. AEW and Spears are asking potential partners to send in 30-second videos by social media with the hashtag Search for Spears. Hashtag. That's pound. Search for Spears. You can also email your videos to resource at allelitewrestling.com. But you must be 18 years old to participate, or older. Tully Blanchard and Shawn Spears at Perfect 10 in are looking for the perfect partner. Should it be you? Submit your videos by using the hashtag pound search for Spears, or email them at resource at allelitewrestling.com, as AEW retweeted that. Stay tuned for more updates on the search and the video previously from Spears and Blanchard. NWA Power episode number 20 can be found in this link. And these are full episodes, people. Major League Wrestling, that's MLW and AAA. Lucha Libre have announced the card for the MLW versus AAA Super Series that I just described to you earlier. Scheduled for Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico on Friday, March 13th at the historic Auditorio Fausto Gutierrez. I'll show you a picture of that as well. Actually, there'll be two pictures of that. The main event of the show will feature Los Parks versus Psycho Clown, Psychosis, and Nino Hamburguesa. There will also be a AAA Trios Tag Team Titles match and an MLW National Openweight title match. This is the first time MLW has united with AAA for a co-promotion event. The press release noted that AAA MLW collaboration continues MLW's strategic alliances with international federations to create a unified global system to help introduce the sport to new markets, exchange talent, collaborate on content, and develop opportunities for fans, athletes, and the sport. It is also noted that MLW's mission is that these efforts will present dream matches. I said that earlier. Easily accessible, high-quality content and advancement in the sport. Tickets for AAA versus MLW event on sale now. Again, here's your matches for the card. Main event, Los Parks versus Psycho Clown, Psychosis, and Nino Hamburguesa. AAA Trio Tag Team title match, Injustice versus Hijo del Vikingo, Miss Justice Jr. and Octagon Jr. as champion. MLW National Openweight title match, Laredo Kid versus Alexander Hammerstone as champion. Tijuana Street Fight, Savio Vega and Mance Warner versus Pagano and Marquez. Team Filthy Tom Lawler and Dominic Guarini versus Extreme Tiger and Puma King. Heart Foundation versus Texano Jr. and Rey Scorpion. Poder de Norte versus Black Destiny. Fantastic and Rayo Star. Also scheduled to compete are Richard Holiday, Chessman, Alberto, and others. Impact Wrestling has announced a one-night TNA special to air on AXS TV on Tuesday, March 31st at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central, following the regular Impact episode that night. So it's going to be a double episode. 1 hour special, complete with its classic TNA branding, will serve as a preview to the TNA There's No Place Like Home event that will take place during WrestleMania 36 week as part of the WrestleCon happenings. The event will air on Fight.tv live from the Ritz in Ybor City, Florida on Friday, April 3rd. Also noted, the special TNA event during WrestleCon will feature King of the Mountain and Ultimate X matches with participants to be announced later. Wrestlers announced for the event include ring announcer David Penzer, Disco Inferno, Amazing Red, Petey Williams, Scott Steiner, Chris Sabin, Aces and Eights, which will be represented by D'Lo Brown and Mr. Anderson, among others. It appears that AEW could be teasing the impending debut of Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper, from WWE. Lee posted a daily tweet stating, "It's day of the week. You know what that means." Earlier in the day, AEW tweeted an image simply stating, "It's Wednesday." As expected, Lee tweeted today, "It's Wednesday. You know what that means." Lee was released from WWE last December and has had the 90-day no-compete, which means he is free to work elsewhere starting next week. It's been reported that Lee will likely make his AEW debut on Dynamite episode March 18th in his hometown of Rochester, New York. Colt Cabana made his AEW debut on this week's episode of Aew Dynamite, teaming up with ACU, Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian in a winning effort against the Dark Order, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. Cabana made his first appearance over the weekend Revolution, the buy-in, where he helped save ACU after Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky lost to Evil Uno and Jason. Also noted, Cabana is now signed with AEW, working as wrestler, commentator, and coach. During last weekend's post-Revolution media scrum, AEW president Tony Khan confirmed that Cabana has signed. AEW Dynamite is coming from First Bank Center in Broomfield, Colorado. Before the event got going, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy defeated Kip Sabian and Peter Avalon in the first dark match of the night. At this link, at All Elite, Andy, Jurassic Express over Kip Sabian and Peter Avalon following a new finish debuting hashtag AEW Denver, hashtag AEW Dark. And a link for the video or picture. Dynamite results. They started off with a recap showing up what went down from Revolution. Justin Roberts introduced new AEW World Champion Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose for WWE. Moxley walked to the crowd, taking his time as the crowd cheers him on. Moxley's in the ring, crowd still cheering. He eggs him on, and they get even louder. "You deserve it, chant." Moxley says the title is a beautiful thing because of what it represents, professional wrestling. He says the belt never belonged to Chris Jericho, it belonged to him. It belonged to the fans. He continued that for every fan who said they want something different, AEW brought pro wrestling back. At Wrestling Inc., a look at the crowd, hashtag AEW Dynamite. Moxley says there's not a man in AEW who will take the title from his cold, dead hands. Moxley says he's not hiding, though. Whoever wants to step up will get knocked out or tapped out. He knows, though, things are not over with him and the Inner Circle after everything he went through with them. He knows an army is coming after him. And he has a message for the whole stable. "I dare you." Jericho's music immediately interrupts, and he strolls out with the rest of the group. All Elite at AEW on TNT says, "This one's for all of you," at Jon Moxley at hashtag AEW Dynamite. Jericho on the microphone says he doesn't need a belt to be a Le Champion. Jericho says he realizes that Moxley era has begun tonight. He asked the fans if they like that. They cheer. I don't. I think it sucks ass, Jericho says. Crowd with the "You suck ass" chant breaking Jericho. AEW Wrestling says the First Bank Center can hold up 6,500 fans. It looks like it can hold about 4,500 after production. So there's probably about 3,500 fans in attendance. Jericho says Moxley's actions were not that of a champion, since he could not see out of both eyes when Moxley made it look like he could see out of one. He calls Moxley a cheater, and that he turned a good-looking group of guys, the Inner Circle, into a hit squad. Jericho puts the entire roster on notice, saying he's going to tear everyone apart, even Michael Nakazawa, whoever that is. AEW on TNT, and I Am Jericho always has a plan. Hashtag Aew Dynamite. Jericho says after tonight's tag main event, Jericho and Guevara versus Moxley and Allen, that Moxley won't talk about his own tonight. Jericho says if Moxley can do it, Jericho will take a leave of absence for 60 days. Jericho says he always has a plan, and Moxley isn't as smart as he thinks he is. Crowd with a posse sucks chant. Moxley says he's going to send Jericho packing for 60 days and make him look like a stupid children B-word. SCU, Chris Daniels, Craig Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky, along with Colt Cabana versus the Dark Order, Evil Uno, Grayson, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. 8-man tag. Locks of action early on, with SCU getting the better of the Dark Order early on. All of SCU crushes Silver in the corner. Sky with a big drop kick covers. Daniels tags in. Gets a strike, but then is jammed in the corner. Uno with a distraction. Grayson drops Daniels. Uno comes into the match. Lots of kicks in the corner. Grayson back in to evens up with more stomps. Grayson gets the referee distraction, and all Dark Order chokes Daniels down. A TD underscore wrestling says that Pat Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky taking it to the Dark Order. Hashtag AEW Dynamite, AEW on TNT. Back for the break, Silver and Reynolds continue to beat up Daniels. Jumper suplex with a bridge for a 2 count. Grayson tagged in. It's a Guri, but Daniels hits a flatliner and finally makes his way tagging in Kazarian. Reynolds also tags in, but Kazarian lands some big lariats. Flying elbow strike. Kazarian scoops, slams 2 guys, then hits springboard leg drop. Uno with a cheap shot, and now everyone is in the ring brawling. Tornado tag now. Most of the Dark Order gets sent out. Uno left alone in the ring. And SCU beats him up for a moment. Grayson back in and launch into the ring post. A TD underscore wrestling. Boom, boom. Colt Cabana. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hashtag AEW on TNT. Daniels with a leaping stomp and a suicide dive on Gray. Kazarian with a slingshot cutter on Reynolds. Covers. Silver reaches up. Uno with another cheap shot. Throwing out Sky. Cabana tags in. Big elbow strike on Uno. Goes for another on Silver, but Uno thumbs him in the eye. Cabana with a second moonsault on both guys. Cabana and Reynolds up on top rope. Sky takes out 3 members of the Dark Order on the outside. Cabana with a Chicago skyline drops Reynolds in up and down on the top turnbuckle. And the Superman pin for the win. Winners of the match, SCU. At AEW on TNT says the Exalted One is coming. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. After the match, Uno yells on the microphone. This was not how things were supposed to go, and the Exalted One will be furious. When he arrives, heads will roll. JR notes, Uno said he in that rant at AEW on TNT, a real Britt Baker, and that coffee cup. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Britt Baker joins commentary and gives Shivani a Starbucks coffee. Then gives the camera a big smile. Big Swole versus Leva Bates. Was up next at AEW Wrestling says, as Swole World takes out a wrestling Leva with aggression. Swole shoves Bates down Bates tries to offer a book as a gift. Swole tosses it. But Bates slaps her. Avalon still up on the apron and she kicks him off. Bates whacks Swole with a book and hits a backstabber with the referee while the referee was distracted. Can't put her away though. Swole with a boot, then slingshot cutter. Ripcord, discus lariat, covers for the 3 count. Winner of the match, Big Swole. Recap of MJF beating Cody at Revolution after popping Cody in the face with the AEW Dynamite Diamond Ring. Cody heads out to the ring, crowd giving him a big welcome. Cody says he's not sure if he wants to talk about what it's like to lose personally to MJF. Professionally, Cody says it's a tough pill to swallow. Cody then says he could deal with what happened if MJF comes out to the ring and tells him he beat Cody. Fair and square, out comes Jake Roberts instead. Crowd pops and chants his name as he makes his way to the ring. Roberts says he's sorry to spoil the party, but he doesn't want to hear Cody's crying and moaning and complaining. Cody just got his butt kicked. Roberts says he's not here to praise Cody, he's here to slay Cody. Which is what he does. AEW on TNT said that Jake Snake DDT with a warning for Cody Rhodes and all of hashtag AEW Dynamite. Robert says he has a client, the Dark Side, will be coming to AEW. Robert says he's gotten clean and he's worked hard for it. Robert talked about the mind games he would once play with opponents just by using a snake. Robert said he'll be on the outside of the ring when his client shows up. He tells Cody to bring that one-trick pony Arn Anderson with him. Robert says he's not in AEW to take the whole pie, just Cody's share, and heads out to the ring. Pac versus Chuck Taylor with Orange Cassidy and Trent in his corner. Pac working over Taylor in the early stages of the match. Taylor ends up on the floor. Pac looks to fly, but instead slides out to get in Cassidy's face. Trent steps up to Pac's face. Taylor with a baseball slide, dropping Pac. Taylor with a sit-down powerbomb for a 2 count. Pac launches into the corner. Pac is up and blasts Taylor out of the ring. He then sends Taylor into a barricade. The force from this Ambassador Pac move at Sexy Chucky T rolling out of the ring. Hashtag AEW Dynamite and this link. A picture of that. All Elite Wrestling on TNT. Back in the ring, Taylor plants Pac, covers for a 2 count. Taylor heads up top, goes for a moonsault, nobody home. Pac locks in the brutalizer, and that'll do it. AEW on TNT, how did this not completely knock out Ambassador Pac? How? Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Winner of the match, Pac by submission. AEW Wrestling, hashtag Death Triangle is here. No one is safe. After the match, Trent gets right in Pac's face. Cassidy gets right up Pac's face as well. Lucha Brothers run out, double super kick Cassidy. Lucha Brothers and Pac clear out the other team. You got a new faction going now? As Pac gets on the microphone and says they are now known as Death Triangle, and that's nobody is safe. Jake Hager with Santana and Ortiz in the corner versus QT Marshall with Brandy Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes in his corner. Wrestling Inc. says Brandy Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, and QT Marshall are throwing out apples during the break. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Well, on the way to the ring, Dustin was eating an apple. At least a couple bites, throws it to the crowd. Hager immediately lifts and drops Marshall to the mat to start the match, then follows it up with some shots in the corner. Hager continues to beat him up. Hager drives Marshall into the corner and then power slams him. Hager with a shot to the midsection. Hager goes for the Raider Bomb. Marshall gets the feet up. Hager runs in and gets kicked. Marshall with some punches. Marshall with a hamstring kick. Hager charges in the corner again, and Marshall gets out of the way. Marshall to the top rope with a twisting senton, covers for a 1 count. Marshall heads to the second rope, looks for a swinging DDT, but it gets reversed. Hager with a lariat that turns Marshall inside out. Hager locks in the standing triangle, and that ends the match. Hager wins by submission. AEW Wrestling. Hashtag Matt Jackson tries to put away real Jake Hager after the match. In hashtag AEW Denver, after the match, Hager holds the move. Dustin runs in to break it up. Santana and Ortiz get in and attack Dustin. Cody then runs out and clears Santana and Ortiz out of the ring. Cody swings away on Hager, but Ortiz smacks Cody in the back with a chair. They go for another shot, but Matt Jackson runs out and super kicks Ortiz. Commentary says Nick Jackson isn't here tonight. Matt swings away on Hager. Beat then eats a high elevation slam. Tipsy Page strolls out to the ring, beer in hand. He tells Ortiz, who has a chair, to take it easy. He takes a sip of beer, puts it on the ring post, and then swings away at the inner circle. He clears out Santana and Ortiz, not hitting anybody. Hager sends him out to the apron. Page with a buckshot Larry on Hager. Then goes back to his beer, exits the ring. He then sees Matt. They say a few words. Page flips off Matt, heads out for another beer. He has about 3 or 4 of them from the crowd, a cup, a can of beer, and a cup of beer, along with his own beer. AEW Wrestling says, show up, buckshot, drink a beer, drink a brewski, flip off at Matt Jackson, hashtag Matt Jackson, and leave. Backstage, MJF with Wardlow says he was indeed the final chapter of Cody's epic odyssey. MJF says the fans should pick someone new to follow, and that's him. MJF says he plans on staying undefeated in AEW, and it doesn't matter who he will face. MJF suddenly says it's hot in the room there, and takes off his jacket to show off his I Pin Cody t-shirt. Says it's distracting and obnoxious, kind of like a neck tattoo. AEW Wrestling says at the underscore MJF had some words for Cody Rhodes in hashtag AEW Denver. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara versus John Moxley and Darby Allin, your main event. As mentioned earlier, if Moxley can leave the ring under his own power, Jericho will take a 60-day leave of absence from AEW. Moxley makes his way to the ring and is jumped by the 3 masked men to beat the hell out of him. And it's Santana, Ortiz, and Hager. Jericho smiles and looks on as the 3 beat him up. Moxley tries to fight back, but the number game is too much for him. Hager with a low blow kick, and Moxley then gets some trash thrown on him. Moxley gets back up again and is dropped again. AEW Wrestling says the hashtag Inner Circle has a plan the whole time. Back in the ring, All In still wants a match and things get officially started. Handicap match. All In goes to work on Guevara and Jericho, sending both of them outside. All In sends Jericho into the steps, gets in the ring, but Guevara hits him with a big knee. Jericho makes his way back to the corner and tags in. Back suplex, big cover, 1 count. Hager, Santana, and Ortiz make their way back to ringside. Doctor checking on Moxley in the back. AEW on TNT can Darby Allin defeat I Am Jericho and Sammy Guevara by himself. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Think they could? Wouldn't that make him number 1 contender? Jericho runs in the corner, misses. All In tries for a pin. 2 count. All In with a second rope moonsault covers for a 2 count. Jericho looks for the walls of Jericho, locks it in, but All In makes it to ropes to escape. Jericho and Guevara working All In over as we go to a split screen break. Jericho slaps and chops away on All In, who finally has had enough and swings away, then clotheslines Jericho out of the ring. All In with a big suicide dive on the former champion. At AEW on TNT, just a couple of show-offs, and Sammy Guevara and I Am Jericho, hashtag AEW Dynamite. Back in the ring, Guevara is able to regain control on his opponent. Big kick to the pin on All In, covers for a 2 count. Jericho tags in, swings away, All In with some punches. Jericho drops him with a back elbow. Jericho tries for a lion salt. All In gets the knees up. All In climbing to his corner, but nobody is in the corner. Guevara tags in. All In then tags himself in, and it seems to have some new energy. Hashtag power up out of nowhere. AEW on TNT, my goodness, Darby Allin is on. Hashtag Aew Dynamite. Big chops Yoshi Tonic for a 2 count. Jericho's knocked off the apron. Allin sends Guevara down on his screw. Allin with a big coffin drop on the inner circle. Holy crap breaks out for the crowd. Back in the ring, over the top stunner. Coffin drop hits on Guevara. Covers. Jericho is able to break it up and hits Guevara by mistake with a forearm. Jericho sent out to the floor. Allin tries for the suicide dive. Jericho hits him with a Judas effect in midair. He tosses Allin back in. Guevara sinks over and pins Allin. Winners of the match, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara by pinfall. At AEW on TNT, never count out at John Moxley. Hashtag AEW Dynamite on at TNT Drama. After the match, Moxley runs out from the back as the doctors and refs chase him. In the ring, Moxley throws a chair at Hager, RVD style, and then clears out the rest of the inner circle. Van Terminator throws a chair, drop kick. Hager back in the ring, hits a cheap shot on Moxley. Santana and Ortiz bring him up to the stage. Jericho swings away, lands a knee. Hager with a standing arm triangle. Then Santana, Ortiz, and Hager powerbomb Moxley off the stage and down through a table. That's covered up. It's actually covered up 2 or 3 tables and boxes underneath it. The group all flip off Moxley. As the show is coming to a close, Moxley is out. Looks like Jericho isn't going on that hiatus. The group celebrates together as the show goes off the air. As Moxley is stretchered out of the arena. They have dark matches, but afterwards, AEW Wrestling says the hashtag in a circle laid at John Moxley to waste. Also, at Wrestling Inc., John Moxley stretches out after. After AEW Dynamite ended, Moxley sold getting powerbombed off stage and through a table by inner circle. Moxley was stretched out to the back. In regard to next week's AEW Dark matches, Jimmy Havoc defeated Severino Corrente. After the match, Luther attacked Jimmy Havoc. Also, Hikaru Shida defeated Abaddon, a local talent. Final match of the night was Private Party defeating Sonny Kiss and Brandon Cutler. Quinn pinned Kiss. Also noted, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy defeated Pedro Avalon and Kip Sabian in the first dark match of the night. And here's your first link picture of that at AEW from Wrestling Inc. Hashtag AEW Dark tapings underway. Crowd asking, who the fool is this guy? He's facing Jimmy Havoc. And the name said Corrente. Severino Corrente. At Joe Ningen, the dark match is Abaddon versus Hilarious Shida. Abaddon wrestles locally here in Denver. Crowd cheering, Eat Her Soul. Hashtag AEW Denver. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. AEW Dark. And then Joe Ningen again, replying to himself. Fourth dark match is Sonny Kiss and Brandon Cutler versus Private Party. Hashtag AEW Denver. AEW Dynamite. And AEW Dark. In regards to, also noted, the same results earlier. Also, as well, the first dark match before NXT show from the NXT arena for Full Sail University, Winter Park, Florida, saw Damian Priest defeat Evolve star Liam Gray. The second pre-show dark match saw Jorge Bali, Raul Mendoza, and Joaquin Wild defeat Kushida, Tahuti Miles, and Tyler Breeze in 6-man action. NXT episode on USA Network saw 2 new teaser promos from the new superstar that is scheduled to debut soon. There's still no word of yet who the debut is for, but speculation is that this will lead to the debut of former Impact Wrestling star Killer Kross, who signed with WWE earlier this year. And I believe these are the same videos that are shown on Raw and SmackDown. Tonight's Wednesday's episode of NXT opens up from the USA Network with a video of highlights from last Wednesday's episode, narrated by Mauro Ronaldo. Live from the NXT Arena in Full Sail University, Winter Park, Florida. And show a quick promo for tonight's steel cage matches. There's 2 of them. Fan chant NXT as we see the cage already down around the ring. Morrow welcomes us to the show. He's joined in by Nigel McGinnis, formerly known as Desmond Wolf from TNA. Also, Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix is not here due to the RKO from Randy Orton from Monday's Raw. Morrow wishes her the best. Steel cage match, Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox. First match of the night. Out first comes Tegan Nox to open the show. Dakota Kai was out next with Raquel Gonzalez and Alicia Taylor does ring introductions. Kai slowly enters the cage as Nox stares her down. The bell rings and fans do dueling chants to meet in the middle of the ring to talk trash. Kai swings first, but Nox blocks it and goes to work. The brawl continues as Nox blocks the DDT and takes Kai down, mounting her with lefts and rights. Nox blocks more shots and drops Kai with a big knee, and as Gonzalez watches from ringside. Kai blocks a Shining Wizard and turns it around. Nox blocks the strikes and ends up coming off the second rope. Nox with more offense on the mat for a 2 count. Nox with more offense out of the corner for a 2 count as Kai turns it around on the mat as dueling chants continue. Kai puts a boot suit to Nox's throat in the corner as fans boo her. Kai stomps away on Nox while she's down in the corner now. Kai keeps the control and sends Nox into the corner. Driving her face first for a 2 count, Gonzalez argues with the referee. Kai keeps Nox down with a boot to the mat as Gonzalez taunts her through the cage. Nox turns around from the corner and levels Kai for a 2 count. Nox with several running uppercuts in the corner, dropping Kai. Nox with a cannonball in the corner. Kai immediately counters and launches Nox face first into the steel. Not busted open. Kai stands tall as we go to commercial. Back for the rate, Nox is unloading, launching Kai back and forth from steel to steel. Gonzalez looks on concerned as fans chant NXT. Nox on the way with boots while Kai is down. Nox with another takedown for a 2 count. Nox with a fallaway slam into a pin attempt for another near fall. Nox goes for the cage door as the referee unlocks it. Gonzalez is waiting. Kai stops Nox for going for the door, nailing a scorpion kick. Kai goes on and levels Nox again in the modified Destroyer backbreaker. Kai covers for a 2 count. Nox goes on and rolls Kai up out of nowhere for a 2 count after we get a knee brace shot. Kai comes right back with a stiff headbutt to send her back down. Nox climbs the cage, but Kai quickly comes and meets her at the top. Nox is standing on the top rope. She brings Kai back down to the top with her, holding her by her throat. Nox with a big choke slam from the top rope to the mat. Fans pop big for Nox. Kai comes right back with an aggressive kick. They trade big running shots in the corners. Nox with another cannonball for a 2 count. Nox climbs to the top of the cage. Gonzalez talks trash from down below. Nox stands on the top of the cage and leaps down, nailing a huge crossbody to Kai in the middle of the ring. Fans pop and chant NXT as we get a replay from the big leap. Gonzalez is worried at ringside now. Fans chant, "This is awesome," as Nox crawls for the cage door as the referee holds it open. Gonzalez comes over and slams the door shut and holds it, but it's not locked. Kai goes for a big running kick to Nox, but Nox ducks and Kai accidentally kicks the door, sending Gonzalez flying back to the ground. Kai is shocked. Nox capitalizes with a Shining Wizard in the middle ring, but Kai somehow kicks out too. The fans chant one more time for another Shining Wizard. Gonzalez enters the cage and stands on the apron to get Nox. Nox ends up kicking her. Gonzalez is dazed, but still blocking the door. Nox decides to climb out of the cage instead. She climbs up and over, but Kai quickly gets to the top to stop her. Nox counters at the top of the cage and sends Kai crashing down to the mat. Gonzalez looks on from the floor below. Just above the door, as Nox climbs down to the door, but Gonzalez tries to drag Kai out of the cage and blocks the door, holding her up. And Nox kicks the door shut on Kai to stop them. Gonzalez comes right back and pins Nox against the cage wall using the door, keeping her stuck there with the door. Nox fights and tries to get free, but she's trapped behind the door. Kai takes advantage and escapes out through the open door to win the match. After the match music hits and Gonzalez helps Kai up and to the stage to make their exits, we go to replays. Kai and Gonzalez look on from the stage as a disappointed Knox recovers at ringside. Nigel sent this video package with a pre-recorded message from Finn Balor. He's always made the first move, but he wants to thank NXT UK champion Walter for forcing his hand this time by sending Imperium members Fabian Aichner and Marcel Barthel last week. Balor says Walter is not going to like his reaction. Balor says he will see Walter sooner than he thinks. So the come segment, preview for Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 36, back to commercial. Back to the ring, we get a pre-recorded video of NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley at Raymond James Stadium, the location for WrestleMania 36. She hypes up her WrestleMania title defense against Charlotte Flair. Ripley goes on about being compared to Flair over the years. She says to be the best, she has to beat the best, and she will do just that at WrestleMania. Qualifier for the number one contenders ladder match for TakeOver, Shotzi Blackheart versus Chelsea Green. I didn't care about this match myself for some reason. I think I took a bathroom break. We go to the ring. Out comes Shotzi. This is the first qualifying match for TakeOver Tampa ladder match to crown number one contender. Robert Stone is out next with a microphone introducing Chelsea Green, representing the Robert Stone brand. Stone watches from ringside as they get the belt. Fans dueling chants. They go at it, and Blackheart lands the first takedown on Green's face. Blackheart keeps control and taunts Green after more offense. They tangle and Green nails a Japanese arm drag. Blackheart with a traditional arm drag. Shotzi with an enziguri. More back and forth. Green with a backstabber for close to count as the fans chant her name. Green ends up nailing a pump kick in the middle of the ring for a 2 count. Green fights Shotzi off and nails a big missile drop kick off from the top, sending Shotzi to the apron. Green brings her back in and hits him prettier, which Green calls "I'm prettier" in the middle of the ring and covers for the pin. After the match, Stone hits the ring to raise Green's arm as the music hits. We go to replays. Green has advanced to TakeOver to compete in the ladder match to determine the number one contender to the NXT Women's title. Telecom segment, North American champion Keith Lee is here. Back to commercial. Back to the ring. We got another teaser video like the ones that started airing last week. Speculation has been on these being the debut for Killer Cross, but that's not confirmed. Back to the ring, announcers mentioned Dominik Dijakovic being on the shelf with a knee sprain suffered during last week's loss to Cameron Grimes after he was attacked by Damian Priest. As NXT North American champion, Keith Lee makes his way out. Lee takes the mic and Spantart chanting for him. Lee talks about people invoking his name since he became champion. Guys that want to fight forever like Dijakovic, or men who want to live forever like Priest. Lee gives Priest credit for taking matters into his own hands, but Miz interrupts. Out comes Grimes with a microphone. Fans boo as Grimes enters the ring. Grimes says Lee doesn't need to be talking about Priest or Dijakovic. He needs to be talking about Cameron Grimes. Fan chant, "No one likes you," as Lee places the title on the mat and takes off his jacket. Grimes goes on hyping himself up and responds to the chants, saying he likes himself. Grimes says he has something to say, but the boos get louder. Lee says Grimes has made the gravest mistake of his career. Grimes says, "Stop right there." He has something to say. The boos continue and almost drowns Grimes out. Lee gets the fans to stop, but Grimes keeps ranting and they start booing again. Lee actually wants to hear what Grimes has to say. Grimes says some people would say Dijakovic versus Lee at TakeOver Portland was a 5-star match, but NXT General Manager William Regal has given Grimes a title shot for next week. And what Lee needs to realize is Lee overpowers him with one shot and sends Grimes out of the ring. Grimes is furious. Lee promises Grimes an equal opportunity, butt whooping, for next week. Lee stands tall and raises the title as his music hits. Grimes talks trash as he stumbles at ringside. Well, in Impact Wrestling, Grimes' name was Keith Lee. So he's going against himself. We'll see a video from earlier in the day. Austin Theory being challenged by Isaiah Scott outside the arena. We'll see Undisputed Era backstage warming up. Back from the break, Mauro gives us a shout out to former NXT stars the Street Profits for capturing the Raw Tag Team titles from Murphy and Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus O'Neil Lorcan and Danny Burch. We go back to the ring. Out comes Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish as of the Undisputed Era. They hit the ring and pose in the corners. O'Neil Lorcan and Danny Burch are out next. Lorcan starts off with Fish and they trade shots. Trade big strikes in the middle of the ring. Fish rocks O'Neil in the corner. O'Neil with a cheap shot to O'Reilly as he comes in. The two teams face off in the middle of the ring and have words. They brawl with each other now. Lorcan drops O'Reilly and sends him out. Fish gets double teamed and sent out. Lorcan follows and nails a big double blockbuster from the steel steps, taking Fish and O'Reilly down on the floor at the same time. It spans pop as we go to commercial. Back to the break. Fish has Lorcan down on his knees, hulks up and spans him on. Lorcan just takes the strikes from Fish, fires back with shots of his own. Fish shuts him down and drops him. Fish launches himself in front of the apron with a senton, but Lorcan gets his knees up. Fish lands hard. O'Reilly comes in, but can't stop the tag. Burch unloads on O'Reilly and gets a big pop. Burch gets sent to the floor, and Fish goes after him. Burch comes back in and gets double teamed. Fish for strikes to Burch in the corner now. O'Reilly and Fish take turns working over Burch and keeping him down near the corner. O'Reilly with a close 2 count. Burch fights O'Reilly off, but O'Reilly drops him in the corner after a slap to the face. Fish with another tag to deliver more strikes, beating Burch around their side of the ring. Fish drops Burch with a knee strike before we get another tag to O'Reilly. O'Reilly mounts Burch for a few lefts and rights. Burch fights him off, but gets sent to the floor. Sent to the corner. Fish with another tag as fans are dueling chants. Fish takes Burch down and grounds him in the middle of the ring. Burch finally fights back to his feet, but Fish drops him again. O'Reilly tags in and taunts Lorcan while preventing the tag. Burch and O'Reilly unload on each other with strikes. O'Reilly takes Burch down and focuses on the ankle, but Burch reaches for the tag. O'Reilly sends Burch back on his head. Fish tags back in and kicks Burch, but Burch levels him with a huge right hand to the face. Fans try to rally for Lorcan and Burch now as O'Reilly tags in and grabs Burch's legs to stop the tag. O'Reilly slams Burch's back. Burch finally tags back in Lorcan. Lorcan unloads on O'Reilly with chops and an uppercut. Lorcan with a standing side suplex to O'Reilly. Fish runs in, but Lorcan unloads on him as well. Nailing a blockbuster, Lorcan sends both opponents to the floor and nails a big dive on them and Span Champ NXT. Lorcan brings it back in the ring and from corner to corner on each opponent, hitting them with strikes. Fish and O'Reilly come right back out of nowhere, exploding out of nowhere, hitting the double team high-low in the middle of the ring, and O'Reilly covers for the pin and the win. After the match, Fish and O'Reilly stand tall in the middle of the ring and pick up microphones. They brag on winning and being back in their winning ways. Something is weird. Something is missing. The NXT tag titles. Fish says the titles are with an undeserving loser tag team, the Loserweights. Fish says their potions has run thin. NXT champion Adam Cole is taking care of business tonight, and Roger Shaw will shut the mouth of the Velveteen Dream. That's all that's left. The Bro interrupts music, and out comes the Broserweights. NXT Tag Team Champions Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. Riddle and Dunne are down to give the Undisputed Era a rematch. Riddle says the fans also want to see the rematch, but they're not too thrilled. Riddle says that's all left is NXT General Manager William Regal to grant the match. Grizzled young veterans James Drake and Jack Gibson suddenly attack the champion from behind on the stage. Fish and O'Reilly watch from the ring. Gibson takes the mic and says he doesn't care about O'Reilly and Fish getting a rematch. Gibson says, as far as the titles are concerned, it's out with the old and in with the grizzled young veterans. Soon to be recognized as world's #1 tag team. Fans continue to boo them as the music hits. Still to come, Morrow's sit-down interview with Johnny Gargano, where he's revealed why he turned on Tommaso Ciampa again. We get a brief video package of Austin Theory and Isaiah Scott. The match will take place tonight. Back to commercial. Back for the break, we see Velveteen Dream backstage warming up for the main event. Isaiah Scott versus Austin Theory, which is the next match. We go back to the ring. Out first comes Isaiah Scott. Austin was out next. Bell rings and they face off a chant. The fan chant, Swerve Fans, part 2, conclusion of your NXT event. Theory drops Scott first with a big shoulder. Theory shows off some, and Swerve smiles back at him. They lock up again and trade holds. Scott blocks a shot out of the corner and takes Theory down with scissors. Scott won another kick and a drop kick for a pop. Theory looks to capitalize on Scott turning his head. Scott rams his back into the corner. They tackle some more until Scott nails a big jumping back kick to the face. Theory goes down in the corner and Swerve stands tall. Back to commercial. Back to right. Theory levels Scott with a big drop kick for a 2 count. Fans try to rally for Swerve as Theory works him around the ring. They trade shots in the middle of the ring. Scott with a huge right hand and a clothesline for a pop. Scott drops Theory in the corner and then flies out on the corner with a big uppercut to the back while Theory is down. Scott with a big kick to the chest, another kick to the injured left elbow. Swerve unloads with more kicks. Scott rolls into a flatliner for a close 2 count in the middle of the ring. Swerve can't believe the Theory kicked out in time. Again, fans tried to rally for Swerve with more Swerve house chants. Theory blocks a suplex and takes Scott down. Theory blocks a hurricanrana and powers up, nailing a big buckle bomb. Theory capitalizes with the RP1, dropping Scott over his knee. All one arm, still selling the left arm injury. Scott still kicks out somehow, and Theory is disappointed. More back and forth in the middle of the ring. Theory fights in from the apron and rolls into a big takedown by Swerve into an arm submission in the middle of the ring. Theory tries to power out, but Scott keeps the hold applied. Scott with a big kick to snap Theory's arm back, selling the arm injury here even more. Theory yells out and rolls around in pain as Morrow sells the snap. Theory ends up turning it around and right to the eyes in the corner, sending Scott to the mat. Theory follows and immediately hits the ATL, and it's called Austin Theory Launch, as he's from Georgia. Covers for the pin and wins the match. After the match, Theory stands tall as music plays. Go to replays. Theory continues to sell the injury. It's like a snapdragon suplex, but just for the arm. So to come, Johnny Gargano speaks at our steel cage main event. Back to commercial. Back to right, we get another mystery teaser. In time for Mauro Ronaldo's sit-down interview with Johnny Gargano at the Performance Center. Mauro keeps asking Gargano why he turned on Tommaso and why he's doing the sneak attacks. The interview falls apart as Gargano starts yelling at Mauro, calling him a liar and running him down. Mauro says he's uncomfortable and doesn't feel safe. Mauro turns to the film crew, but Gargano continues to yell at him. Mauro finally leaves as Gargano continues his tantrum. Staring at the camera, right face first at the camera, Gargano turns to the camera to address Ciampa and issues a warning for the next week's episode from the Performance Center, saying they are going to do things his way, the Johnny Gargano way. We get more hype and video for tonight's main event. Steel cage lowered, and as we go back to commercial. As we open the event with the steel cage, it closes with the steel cage. Velveteen Dream versus Roger Strong. We go to the cage for tonight's main event. Out first comes Velveteen Dream. Dream enters the cage as fans chant his name. Roger Strong was out next as he's all business as Dream taunts him. Strong rushes into the ring and immediately attacks as they begin to brawl. Strong blocks a shot into the cage wall and goes back to unloading on Dream. Dream leaps up the cage wall, but Strong grabs his leg. Dream flies through the air and takes Strong down from up on the cage wall. Dream works Strong over in the corner. Fans are dueling chances. Strong blocks a Dream Valley driver. Strong unloads with more strikes. Strong goes on and sends Dream face first to the steel as he continues to dominate. Strong mounts Dream with more strikes on the mat. While talking trash, Dream knocks Strong out of the corner. Strong with a backbreaker. Strong takes off his shirt and throws it at Dream. Strong with more offense and some trash talking, telling Dream he started all this. Strong runs the ropes several times and nails a big strike to the head. Strong ends up sent into the cage, falling in between the ropes and the steel. Strong's wife, Marina Shafir, runs down to ringside and slides the kendo stick in while Strong is down against the steel. Well, anything goes in steel cage. No disqualification. Shafir heads back up the ramp as Strong grabs the stick. Strong and Dream slowly recover as we go to commercial with split screen. We see Dream get the stick first and use it, but Strong turns it around. Back from the break, we see Dream stopping Strong from climbing over the top of the cage. Strong gets hit to the mat with a low blow. Dream leaps down and applies the Boston Crab. Strong grabs the bottom rope, but that does nothing in this match. Strong turns around and applies the same hold, known as a stronghold now. Dream eventually gets free and goes for the Dream Valley Driver, but it's blocked. Dream block kicks Strong into the cage twice. We get more dueling chants from the crowd. Dream super kicks Strong in the face now, sending him against the cage wall once again. Dream calls for the cage door to be open. Strong drops Dream to stop him from advancing. Strong grabs the kendo stick again, but Dream blocks it. Dream looks to capitalize, but Strong nails a kick to the face. Strong uses his stick to nail a big back breaker over his knee. Strong climbs the cage, but Dream comes from behind and pulls his pants down, exposing Strong's backside. And fans chant, "A-hole." Of course, they see his butthole because he's on the cage. Strong and Dream both standing on the top rope. They trade shots. Dream tries to climb over the top of the cage, but Strong stops him. Strong nails a massive Olympic slam from the top of the cage to the mat. Strong is slow to crawl over and make the cover as Dream kicks out at two. Dream tries to crawl out of the cage door again, but he's stopped. They tackle some more. Strong tries to crawl out of the cage door again. Dream stops him and ends up hitting the Dream Valley Driver. Dream with another DVD. Right after that one, Dream goes to the top of the cage again as the fans pop. Strong is laid out in the middle of the ring. NXT champion Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish come down with weapons. Dream jumps back to the mat, but lands hard. Dream swings with the kendo stick, and then right hands as the Undisputed Era members try to enter the cage. O'Reilly gets knocked to the floor. Cole is inside the cage now, but Dream launches him from the top to the floor. Strong is close to escaping through the door, but Dream stops him again. Dream shoves Strong from the door to the floor. In a surprising move out of nowhere, Strong lands on the floor and wins the match. Winner of the match, Roderick Strong. After the match, it's now clear why Dream shoved Strong out of the cage. Dream shuts the door and locks himself in with Cole. Dream unloads on Cole now. Dream launches Cole into the cage wall, knocking Fish off from climbing the cage. Dream unloads on Strong with kendo sticks shots as he tries to climb back in. Dream takes Cole down again. Strong is on the top turnbuckle now. Dream drops Cole and catapults him into Strong on the top rope, turning him upside down in a trio. Whoa! Dream levels Cole with a big super kick as the fans cheer him on. Dream grabs the NXT title and raises it for another pop. Dream taunts Cole and Strong with the title, then drops Cole with a big belt shot to the face. Dream stands tall over Cole. Now as the music starts back up, we go to replays. Dream is sitting on top of the cage as NXT goes off the air, with Dream posing with Cole's NXT title belt on the top of the cage. And that concludes my results for NXT and the rest, Ring of Honor, and all that. See you on a bit. If you don't know, just call me, brother, sisters.